Goodwill of Boston. Let's go take a look. Come on. I think this is the bigger one. Pretty sure. This is Morgan Memorial Goodwill. Off of Ruggles Ave. Alright.
Thank you, Dr. Grafenberg. Thank you, Dr. Grafenberg. Thank you, Dr. Grafenberg.
I don't dare to even show you guys a whole walkthrough of the life of thrifting. Yeah, once in a while you're gonna get lucky, but 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna find anything. So point being made is that thrift store is not good. If you do clothes, that's a good one. Tons of clothes, but toys and collectibles, there's like nothing. Electronics, nothing. So we move on off the bigger and better things.
All right, here we go. Yeah, Goodwill, nothing. Pretty lame. Nothing going on in there. Sorry, I'm gonna have the window down a little. And yeah, nothing. So we're gonna move on and we'll go check out Chris's sale. Chris is having a sale, which is the estate company that I normally deal with. And you know, I'm gonna do a video on this too, because there's a gray area when you go in estate sale shopping or hunting. And I'm gonna touch on it a little bit right now, just because it's fresh in my head and kind of rambling on it. So you can't just go to it. I mean, you have to scout out the estate sale company. Not every company is created equal. They all have different parameters of how they construct their business. And the ones that you gotta mainly watch out for are the ones that buy out everything, and then they have the sale inside the house, and then they move on after the sale with the goods. And the reason why you got to watch out for that particular company, however if they run their business that way, you have to watch out buying off of them, because most of their prices are like wicked jacked up. They're basically catering to collectors and people that are looking for that item. They're not really catering to a reseller and trying to move everything out of the home in one weekend, you know. So the ones that you really want are the clean out companies. Those are the ones you want, because their business motto is to move everything. I mean, yeah, there might be one piece in the whole house that, you know, you got to pay, you know, top dollar, way over market value sometimes, but that happens at every estate sale. You're always going to find that one item that's just wicked jacked up, and it's just priced wicked high. Technically, when they do that, the main goal is to keep the item and hope that nobody buys it, or if they do, they're definitely paying up for it. So again, you know, if I ran my business model that way, and I was buying out the house and I was going to run an estate sale out of it for 3 days, that would be what I would do, was total max profit and list everything after, or have a warehouse sale every couple weeks, and that's just the easier way than to do all the listing, unless if you had in-house listing and all that, somebody hired that just does listing while you stock the warehouse for warehouse sales. But yeah, anyway, off to this estate sale, and interruptions. So I don't like to go to the sale unless I'm number one. But I'll just do a little rummage around. You never know unless you don't go, And I don't know if anyone didn't, really clean it out. So we'll go figure it out. We'll put an hour on it and move on. Until then. Alright, what's going on? We're back. And we are leaving the sale. We are heading to storage. 575. Spent $575. There's 3 pieces of electronics that I want to show you. They're pretty cool. I'll probably maybe test one of them. I don't know. We'll talk about it when I show them to you. But everything else is tools and a tool chest. I got a tool chest to store the tools. So, all in all, not too bad. I paid $50 on the chest, $50 on the tools, $25 for some machinist calipers, and $50 on some other miscellaneous electronics, and then $400 on these 3 electronics. So I've sold one of these items before for $300 untested. Well, it was tested, but I'm trying to think if I tested it or not. I'm gonna have to go back in the one of my videos and look and see if I tested this or not. But I remember seeing if it would work. All right, I know what it did. I tested it, but I disclosed that I didn't test it. Sometimes you have to do that on a high-end item. I mean, I sold it as pots, but I sold it as pots untested. So, it is what it is. And yeah, so we'll be back. Alright, go video. Here we are. We're at the storage unit. Not the greatest of a purchase, as we only might make 100 to 400 on the deal. So, I mean, that's not the greatest, 400 would be the max without doing really any work of making an ad and hopefully someone local buys it. Or I can make an eBay ad and then delist and hope someone local buys it. Or let it sit like I did the last time I've sold one of these. And it sold in a couple months, but I had to let it sit. And I don't know, there's a couple different options. We can test it, we can not test it. So here we go.
you go. There it is. The kind of the Baogram arsenal there. So we got the Baogram 8000. It's not an 8002, but it's an 8000. The tape player is an 8002, so it's a Bao cord. So this does about 100 as parts. It could work. It's kind of smashed up on the side. It needs a little fixing here, but it could work. And then we have the Baogram 8000, which you could strip this and get 300 out of it, or we could list it for 300 and hope someone bites. And then we have the amp, which this thing weighs probably 70 pounds. I'm not lying. It's a beast. This thing is a beast. So I paid $4 for everything. That's not the greatest for cash, you know. It's not the greatest deal. Untested. But they're pretty clean units. People usually take pretty good care of these units. The record player always, these record players never work. They always have a problem with them, but people love them. So, Then we got these nice, we got some wires, and then we get these nice Sansui branded headset here. Kind of cool. And more tools, heavy weight and stuff. We got this disc changer. I don't know what you can see here. I'll block some light from you. This disc changer, we paid $20 for it. Not too much of a deal within the bulk lots. I paid $20 for this, but I think I can get 100 to maybe 200. You never know. You never know. I think that's its 10 disc. It's brand new in the box. It might be missing something, but we gotta look inside. It's open. It's open box. And then this, I paid 20 for this. Oh my God, pot's flying. It's a cassette receiver. It looked pretty new, and everyone kept passing on it. And I just looked at the price tag. At one point, this was $500. So I'm thinking maybe 200. This might have, like, you know, some serious options for tape cassette. And you never know. You never know. Pile of tools, another bucket of tools, and another little box of tools here. Oh, yeah, here. There's some okay stuff in here. We might get like 200 or 300 out of everything that's in there. And these files I bought off of Rob. He was like, "Oh, hey man, you know, I'm helping him load his truck," and he had some weight in there. And every scrapper loves to get rid of their weight. So this is weight. This is, like, metal is weight to them. If it's not porous. But he's a picker too, so he knows a little bit. And he's a really good dude. Probably kicked my ass. So these are files. These are all square files. They're all brand new. There's 6 in each box. So these usually sell for $40 to $50 new, because I've been going through my files and I've been looking, and if you can get the boxes full, then and they're clean, and they have the rust inhibitor paper, then these are good. There's no rust on any of these. So I paid $100 for these, and so basically I gave them 50 and then a 50 on an IOU. So I gotta buy him something. Like when we're at the sale, I gotta, you know, flip him $50. So yeah, I owe him $50 on these, and I'm almost at $13 each or $14 each, I think, something like that. These should do pretty good. He's tossed me some really good deals before. What else can I say about these files? Oh well, yeah. The point of when he was pulling them out of his truck and he was putting them on the top, and he started looking them up again. He must have looked them up before, and he was like, "Man, I was at the auction the other day and I saw a bunch of files go for $2,000," and I'm like, "Hand files, like machinist files?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I saw like 2 big boxes sell for $2,000 the other day at the auction." I'm like, "Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, somebody knew what they were doing. If, you know, it depends on how many there were, you know." And he's like, "It was a lot." And so basically, he got led on by observing somebody at the auction. Noticed they bought $2,000 worth of hand files out of a huge machinist sale, and he bought some too. So, I mean, he probably paid $20-$30 for these. Maybe he paid $100. I don't know, but we gave him $100. So he's given me deals too, where like he bought something for, you know, 50 to 100 out of the auction, and I'll just give him 50 to 100 or whatever he paid for it out of the auction. You know, sometimes that's always worked out for me. Good dude, but obviously somebody has been led on to the machinist files that they're worth something. But yeah, so look out for the machinist files. I guess you guys can all know too. And yeah, we're just gonna be processing the rest of the stuff. I gotta ship one order. This order. It's a machinist gauge. Sales have been okay. They're not in any speed, but they're doing all right. But yeah, moving on. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Keep picking. Peace. All right, I'm just going to touch on a couple quick bases before we finish sorting. As for accountability, I'm going to sort right now. It's going to get all separated within the bins. And I have not sorted this one tote, as I pulled that from the last of the storage unit, and this is kind of like a lot of the flood stuff. Alright, that stuff that had damage on it. So I had to keep that separated. So I'm going to process these 3 buckets of tools and 4 buckets of tools and put the units away where I'm not gonna put the units away. I'm gonna take the electronics, all electronics that I just bought. I'm gonna bring them home. I'm gonna list them. All right, and that's for tools. We'll pack them away, and then I'll show you the other storage chest that I got. All right, so let me get some of this stuff out, sort it a little, put it away. I'll sort it a little, show you, put it away, yada yada yada. Save you the boring part. All right, there it is, all separated. took 25 minutes, so not too bad. Only because I knew what I was doing, I guess, right? So we got a bunch of tap and die wrenches, little scrap, bunch of punches, some miscellaneous tools, measuring, hammers, surgical type stuff. Got this big pipe clamping system in this plumber's snake a fly tie stand. There's about 10 staplers right there. We get about 10 clamps, 4 power tools, a little smoking tray thing with some ice tongs, more tap and die bits, and a couple of jobs, and a couple other jobs, and some machining, measuring. That's it. That's all I got. That's my pile. It's not the greatest pile, but for rummaging, and I mean 75, that's not too bad. 75, that's not too bad. You know, 10, 20, 30, 40. These 2 screwdrivers, 10, so 50. Clamps, 50, 60, 70. That thing, 20. 5, 5, 5. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then I got these pieces of electronics, and then I will pull out this shelving unit, and that's it. I'll be done. Free man. Off to ship that item. Here we go. All right. Everything's all picked up. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's the, waving y'all around. Here's the new cabinet that we're gonna have. I mean, we can sell it, but right now, we'll keep it. What do you think? $100 bucks or something? 150 maybe? Clean it up. It's in pretty good shape. All the drawers work, except for the bottom one is a little finicky. Obviously because of the rust issue, but you could take a grinder and grind it down and get it to close. You could grind the bottom. We wouldn't see that I did it. But everything else is pretty good. Guy has all of his tools in here. But nice deep. Pulls out all the way. 18 inches by 2 feet by 3 to 4 inches tall. Not bad, pretty cool. Label your stuff, blah blah blah. All right. All right, we made it through packing everything in. All the lots, only a couple small things didn't make it in, and I just threw them in a tote, which was pretty much these bits here. I didn't have a spot for these. I don't even know what these are. Some kind of milling stock. But other than that, that's it. Thanks for stopping by, and like always, keep picking.